welcome to Community Cooking. I'm Tana Taylor, your host, and we have a really special guest with us today, Greg Bell, who is the district manager for Kookaroo. And it's great to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
You're going to be telling us a little bit of everything we ever wanted to know about turkey, right?
Absolutely.
And
take away the fears.
I tell you what, that's all. Is that all that Kookaroo serves is turkey?
Oh, absolutely not. No, we're famous for our skinless flame broiled chicken. Yes. Marinated,
Delicious.
charbroiled.
And healthy.
Very healthy.
Very
Yes,
healthy.
it's virtually fat-free.
That's, well, great. What are you going to show us today?
First, I want to go through some of the basics of turkey. I want to talk to you about some of the fears of turkey. People don't know what to buy, what to get. I don't want to cook a whole turkey. It takes too long.
Right.
So first off, I mean, Kookaroo uses a 26 to 28 pound turkey, something that probably most families wouldn't want to get.
Wouldn't?
Well, it feeds a lot of people. It's going to feed 10 to 15 people. If you've got that many people come to your house, then that's the size you're going to need. Sometimes people want to consider if they only have 4 people, 6 people, you might want to consider a hen or a smaller turkey that you know, has made leftovers. But let's face it, the leftovers are the fun part.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Well, yeah. So if you're cooking, if Kookaroo's cooking.
Kookaroo's cooking, you have a lot of spare time on your hands.
Yeah,
That's
there
what you're
you
gonna
go.
have. Yeah,
I
definitely.
would like that
You have
a
a lot of
lot.
spare time in your hand. But if you're going to go out and get a bird, the important thing is to have fun and enjoy cooking the bird. And what I wanted to talk about was just the ease and simplicity of cooking. There's a lot of variations out there, a lot of different seasonings, a lot of different techniques. But I want to go through some of the basics of just cleaning the bird, taking it from the store home.
Take the fear away.
Yeah, exactly.
And take the questions away.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
You want to be careful. When you bring home your turkey, make sure that you keep it wrapped. And whether it be frozen or fresh, you want to make sure that you protect yourself from the juices that may leak from the wrapping. Always keep a towel underneath it in the refrigerator.
Now, why is that?
You don't want any of the poultry juices leaking down into some of your salads or vegetables that you're not going to heat to kill the salmonella poisoning. So you want to make sure that you're kind of bacteria minded in the sense that you protect yourself, and when you're done where you store it in the refrigerator, use some household cleaner and clean out the inside and make sure that it's fresh and clean when you're done. There's no need to be worried about the turkey. I mean, it's a safe product, it's cold, but you don't want those juices staying there and then being left on the counter or something else on another food product. So
exactly.
You want to be careful with that.
Well, there's a big fear today. Yes.
Salmonella is
exactly.
a big fear, absolutely.
The other thing is, if I bring home a frozen turkey, how long will it take to thaw?
It's going to depend on the size of it. If you're looking at it, probably you're looking at least a day in the refrigerator for a 10-pound bird. Almost a day per 10 pounds.
Okay, so this is 28 pounds, so about 2 days?
28 pounds, you're going to be looking at almost 4 days.
Wow.
In the refrigerator, and that's what we suggest. You don't want to, you can use cold water to defrost a bird by floating it in your sink, in the wrapper, but you're going to need to change the water every 30 minutes to keep the water cold.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
And to keep it circulating around it, and it's kind of like a last-minute, last-ditch idea. So you need to plan ahead and get the turkey and put it in the refrigerator, and be confident that it's going to defrost. My favorite friend is the thermometer. Even if you bring home your thermometer and insert it into the turkey, you can tell when it's defrosted, because if it's between 36 and 38 degrees, then the breast is fully defrosted. That's going to be fine. If you can get a fresh turkey, I'd recommend getting a fresh turkey. Some of the frozen turkeys, the ice crystallization in the breast and that kind of thing is going to take away some of the moisture in your turkey naturally when it defrosts. So a fresh turkey is always best, and that's what we go with.
How many people do you know? I know probably about 10 that have brought home a frozen turkey and they've cooked it frozen. How many? I mean, so many people I know have done that.
Unfortunately, it happens every year. There are people that put it in there, oh, it'll defrost while it's in the oven, and the outside burns and the inside's icy cold, and it's a terrible event. That's why I want to take that fear away from Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Okay, what do we do here? Do we take out all the stuff? Is that what you're going to do for us?
Let's get into this turkey then.
Okay.
We've unwrapped him, and we've taken him out.
Oops, we lost our
There's
slide.
some things that the butcher's going to pack for you. Giblets.
And now at Kookaroo, do you use the giblets and
No, we don't.
do the inside?
No, those are discarded.
Okay.
Those are discarded. In the cavity, you have necks and things like that you need to take out so that the inside's clean. And the inside, you'll see some of the organs might be left in there. You want to make sure the livers and organs are cleaned out from the inside. Otherwise, it'll cause a distasteful flavor in the thigh meat and in the breast meat as it cooks.
Can we turn that around just a
Sure.
little bit? There we go.
You're going to want to clean up your turkey a little bit and make sure that you take the fat off. The fat's just going to do nothing but make a greasy mess, a potential fire in your oven, that kind of stuff. So you're going to want to carve along it, cleaning up as best as possible. Also, I don't want to really recommend that anybody stuffs their turkey.
Why is that?
When you stuff it, you're not allowing an even heat to the inside of the cavity. And again, that nasty salmonella is going to come up and you're going to have some problems with that. It's not a good idea. Best way is to do a really nice stuffing, have fun with it, brown it off in the oven, and be happy that you got a safe stuffing. You don't want to put it inside. The only thing I'd ever stick inside a turkey in the cavity would be maybe some garlic cloves and some onions, just to add a little bit of flavor as it roasts, but that's all I would do. You want to trim underneath the neck flap as well, making sure that the fat is removed. We've got some more fat up in here, which really with a knife you can't take out. You want to just kind of just reach up and take out some of the fat, blisters, and things up around the shoulders, making sure that it's clean.
Your hands are the best utensil
Yeah.
in the kitchen. Don't be afraid of it.
Don't be afraid of it. It's clean and it's ready to go. You're going to wash your hands after you're done.
Manhandle that sucker.
Make sure he's clean.
Right.
It's fine. A couple things with preparing it. The turkey's going to come with either a wire or a string holding the legs together. You're going to take it out to get the innards inside, or out of the turkey, but you want to use the wire. You can use it to close your turkey back up when you're roasting it. And that, you don't have to put it back on, but it's nice. For presentation, it keeps the legs in the position that we're all used to, and that perfect television turkey.
Right,
so
exactly.
Helps it out.
Beautiful.
The back of the bird you can cut off.
Okay.
Bottom end you don't need. Again, another fatty portion that's not really necessary. The wings you can fold under. Just push them down.
Now that's my least favorite part of the chicken, or the wings.
The wings?
Yeah. And I know there's a little bit of meat on the wings.
There's a little bit of meat on the wings, and it's always the juiciest white meat.
Really?
Because look at where they are. They cook right in the yummy
that's
broth
true.
and everything.
That's
They're
true.
good. And there's nothing wrong with toasting them in the broiler. Toss them in a little bit of Tabasco or some of that wing sauce.
Well, there you go.
And then you got a football treat right there.
There you go.
It's always fun.
That's right.
You get your bird all set up. You can coat them with different things. You can give them a little butter rub down, a little bit of soy oil if you want to cut down the cholesterol, that kind of thing. When you get into the herbs, rosemaries and thymes and oreganos and things like that, you're basically going to detract from the flavor of the bird. If you want to do that, if you're going with a particular theme or flavor for your dinner, that's fine. You can go with that. I prefer to just have the nice roasted flavor of the meat come through.
Right.
You never want to skin the turkey.
Okay.
People think that, like our skinless chicken, if you
Right.
skin the turkey and roast it that way, it'll be better for you. It's just going to dry the bird out, and it won't have a chance because of the density of the breast and the thigh meat.
Now that's the reason why you can skin a chicken because it doesn't have the density.
Oh, absolutely.
And cook
yeah,
it.
you can cook it real quick over high heat. It maintains the juiciness. Whereas this one is a slow cook. It's a roasting, not a charbroiling.
Right.
And that's the big difference between our turkey and our chicken. The important thing that I also wanted to touch on was to buy turkey, you don't have to buy a whole turkey anymore. You don't have to do that. You don't have to get this big giant bird and plan a huge meal. You can actually go out nowadays. I mean, we've seen 133% increase in turkey consumption. It's part of our daily diet now.
Oh, really?
We're using it all the time. Turkey burgers and things like that.
Right.
There's ground turkey. You can buy a whole turkey breast.
This is all I use.
The ground turkey.
Ground turkey.
It's great.
And, yeah.
It's wonderful.
I mean, and now if I have beef, and I like beef, I'm not opposed to it. I just because it's less fatty and it's a little more healthy for you.
Absolutely.
I mean, the ground turkey.
It's the leanest meat you can buy.
There's such a difference.
Yeah,
in the
and it's still
taste.
fun to cook with. Great turkey lasagnas, things like that. It's fun to do that.
Exactly.
You can buy turkey tenderloins now, which awesome for grilling.
Right.
Turkey fajitas are fun to do. Even the thigh meat. If you like the dark meat, you can still buy just the thigh. Braise it, charbroil it, roast it. It's still a great meal for 2 or 20 people, however you want to do it. So it's important that the turkey is really breaking apart, if you will, into our daily diets. And I think it's kind of a fun thing. Let's move from over here and we'll go over some of the roasting.
Now you serve at Thanksgiving. I know that's probably one of the biggest time of the year
Well,
for you, for
well,
Kookaroo?
it's Thanksgiving every day at Kookaroo, but
Yeah. Well, true.
Thanksgiving is a day that everybody comes to visit us.
But let's
absolutely.
say I'm sick of it. I don't want to do it this year. What do I do? Can I come get a package
Oh,
deal like
absolutely.
Kookaroo?
If you can come to Kookaroo, we can set you up with one of our turkey feasts, one of our slow roasted turkeys,
Right.
just like you see in the store. Mashed potatoes, they're hand peeled from scratch, hand
Yum.
mashed. Stuffing from scratch, any of our
Sounds-
vegetables, fresh mashed butternut, a bunch of things that we can put a whole dinner together for you where you literally can take it home and serve it.
And how easy.
And
You
take
could
the
even
time with your
like
family.
sneak it home, put it in your own little dishes, pretend like you
Well,
cooked it.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
And that's happened before,
Yeah.
but I can't say names.
I wonder who.
Yes, yes. There's a ton of stuff we can do it, and we'll get into that a little bit later. We can help you out. We'll have some of the dishes we can show you that we have available, and
Great.
some of the things we can do for you to make your Thanksgiving a lot more time in the living
Okay.
room and not in the kitchen. And if you choose that, once you get your turkey done and he's
Right.
set to go, you want to use a roasting pan.
Okay.
And a tip I wanted to pass on was in the roasting pan, you can use foil, heavy-duty foil, to make a strap or handles to help you lift the turkey out of the pan. Everybody, they get it in the pan, no problem. It's easy to handle a raw turkey, it won't fall apart. But then all of a sudden they roast it and it's falling apart.
Right.
If you use these foil bands, and I got one right here, if you just take it, put it down on your roasting pan, fold it up,
That's a great idea.
let it go. This came from my father. I have to thank my dad
Yeah.
for
Now
teaching me
this
this.
is your mom's pan too.
Yes, it is. It
Yeah.
is. It is. It's a treasured heirloom.
I
so
tell you what, that's
it's
neat.
been to a lot of Thanksgivings, definitely. Then you got a stretcher. You're going to need
Right.
some help, but it's a team effort on Thanksgiving. You undo the bands, you can lift it up and take it out,
No, that's easy.
and your turkey stays
Simple
intact.
enough.
So you can make a good presentation. You got the wings folded under. He's covered in whatever kind of coating you want. Maybe a little bit of cracked pepper, something like
Right.
that. You're set to go.
Now, what side up?
It's too big of a pan,
He's a big turkey.
but that's no problem.
Yeah, you make sure the breast is up.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Good point.
And the legs are up.
Round-
Because
round side
there's
up.
been times, I do this every year, but every year I go, okay, oh, wait, what side's down, what side's up,
And that was one of the most requested questions I've gotten from Kookaroo is everybody tells me where to put the meat thermometer, the cooking thermometer. Where do I tell
If
that it's cooking right? Because that's what's going to be your friend. That's what's going to tell you that it's done, that it's ready to go.
Right.
People will tell you the time lengths, the constraints, it's going to take 4 to 6 hours for this many pounds. That's a good time frame when you're planning on telling when you want everybody to come to the table and when to start making the salad and that kind of thing.
Right.
But what you want to do is make sure that you either insert your thermometer right in the center of the breast in the thickest portion,
Okay.
or you put it down into the thigh. Now this is right below the drumstick. People think that it's, this is the thigh. The
Right.
thigh is the meat down below. You want to go right between the breast and the thigh, down in the bottom section. That's the thickest part of the bird, and that's where you know you're going to get it done.
Okay.
It's best to temp the breast and the thigh before you determine it's time to take the bird out of the oven.
Now, let's say you don't have a thermometer, and it's the night before Thanksgiving. You've thrown your bird in. What's the temperature you cook this at? 200.
You want to cook your bird at 325.
325. Okay.
And you're going to look at this particular one. You're going to cook for probably 4 to 5 hours.
Okay.
Open roasting. 325 is a moderate temperature. It's not going to. It's going to brown the outside. You're going to hear some sizzle from the juices, that kind of thing. But it's not going to be a braising. It's going
Right.
to slowly heat up. And when your bird's not stuffed, you're going to have heat on the inside. That's going to be cooking it from the inside out as well. So.
Okay. So about 325. And do you take the juices? Do you pull it out and take the juices and drizzle that? But if you're cooking at a low enough temperature, it's going to pretty much cook on its own. You're not going to have to really take care of it that much. Is that right?
Well, we at Kookaroo don't like to baste. In fact, we don't baste our turkeys. We cook our turkeys with steam, and then we roast them. It's a
Okay.
2-step process that's done over 6 to 7 hours.
Oh, wow.
So they're in a slow